Welcome you guys uh, to a very special episode. It's sort of a little of Toy Paradise, it's sort of a little of the mailbox, because I got it in, and it's sort of an eyes on, because this is literally insane. So I have been literally contemplating on ordering this for a while, taking a chance on ordering it. Finally ordered it online last week, Thursday? Yeah, I think last week, Thursday night. Been sort of going back and forth with the guys that made it. Because, well, it was a bit weird of a transaction. But on my part, the transaction looked like it went through. And I guess on their part, the transaction did go through. And what I've been trying to contemplate on ordering is from this group called 3D Joes. They have Facebook, I believe they have Instagram, they have a YouTube page. Great bunch of guys. Did something pretty phenomenal. If you watch one of my other videos, Pixel Dan created a giant book for He-Man, Masters of the Universe, their toy line, their original toy line. That was a very huge book. For the price, it was honestly pretty cheap as well. I think it was like about 50-60 bucks. But it went through the entire original He-Man line. Also covered some of the newer toys, which is pretty insane. 3D Joes, however, is concentrating on G.I. Joe, their original toy line. And they decided to create a book in order to help preserve the memories. However, the book is a bit expensive at $150 without shipping and handling costs, without state taxes and whatnot. So it literally came out to $186 for Hawaii, which is pretty expensive. Completely understand. However, I also understood that they literally made 2 runs of this book. The original run was only, I believe, 50,000. And they literally blew through that. It sold so good that they made an extra 44,000. which means they only have 84,000 of these books out there. And the insane part is, out of the 84,000, they literally have just above 2,000 left to sell. Once it's gone, it is gone. And like I said, I've been contemplating on this for a while. But I finally gave in because I am a collector, as you guys know. I'm pretty serious into my older cartoons, G.I. Joe, Transformers, Silverhawks. I do have a couple books that features the original toy line of, well, the original toy line characters. And it goes up to the Star Brigade and also shows some variants. But this is literally massive. I mean, it literally covers the entire desk. It came well protected in 2 boxes. The first box actually has the number of what number this is. So it's not 50,000, it's 8,400. So it's actually even more limited than I was saying. This is 6,600 something. The created by Carson Matix and Chad Hukao. Sorry if I butchered you guys' names. I've actually been talking to Carson through email and Facebook. Great guy, nicest guy. He'll try and work with you as much as possible. In the second box was just another box, but this had a nice wrapping on it, and it had styrofoams on the side to help protect it. This is a hardcover case. This is literally almost as big as my Titanfall statue. Open here. I love this picture. It's the original some of the original guys: Rock and Roll, Short Fuse, Stalker, Grunt, Flash, Steeler, Zap, Scarlet, and Snake Eyes. So, if we take out Steeler, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, I think we're missing Hawk. Grand Slam. And I think that's it. There's 9, 10. No, we're missing 2 more. Breaker. Crap. Can't remember the other one. But the original 12 plus Stealer plus Clutch. That's pretty great. On the Mobat, it resembles a lot of the original cover for the original G.I. Joe, I believe. The comic book. Except the characters are different. Oh. G.I. Joe on the side. So it basically is the G.I. Joe train set. It talks about the art of the G.I. Joe American Hero, the book. Down here we have literally what's in the book. Inside this official collector's case, 712 page hardcover. Plus 24 limited edition art prints. By Hasbro, 3D Joe's. It comes with a box shell case, as you guys can see. And literally, if you don't want to get this, you can get a digital version that comes in a case that resembles the case that came, well, you could buy separately to walk around with your G.I. Joe. The actual case could carry 3 Joe figures, and you could wrap your belt around so you could take it. This, I believe, carries, I think, 5 DVDs. DVD Blu-ray Digipack. And let me tell you guys, the weight to this thing is pretty damn serious. Let's see if we can put this a little bit better. It unfolds. So right here we actually have what looks like the original carrying case for the G.I. Joe Memory Armory, where you could store your weapons. This is the Creator Command files, which is basically, I believe it's well, it resembles the bio cards from the original G.I. Joes that you could actually take from the cutout from the back. They have your type, military persona type, Marine, military police, the codename Leatherneck. But if you read the description, it's about those who actually made G.I. Joe. The guys who created this book has 4 characters that from what I hear, is supposed to either resemble themselves or resemble their personality or their traits. Carson, Chad, Brian Sawyer, and Doug Hart. Carson is the author and 3D Joe's curator. Chad handled the artwork. It says artwork medic. Brian was the case designer, and Doug was the packaging illustrator. Straight away, comes with this huge folder. The artwork is actually from, if I remember correctly, a magazine. It's pretty awesome. Inside is the 24 illustrations. So it's half. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 illustrations are from the editor's choice, and 12 the backers got to vote on. And it's some pretty insane artwork. You have the train set, and they literally tell you which editor voted on these. Snow Job, Arctic Troop, Blowtorch, Scrap Iron, Spirit. There's a catalog art, Cobra Battle Accessory Pack, Fool's Gold book cover, a mural puzzles, the general cesspool, and an unproduced C set. They're literally huge. Could become posters. So the backers put the 1982 Stars and Stripes Forever poster, 1982 To the Rescue poster, 1982 Official Collector's display case, Snake Eyes, Destro, Baroness, the Cobra Water Moccasin, the Killer Whale, Storm Shadow, the catalog art, Snake Eyes with Timber, and the Cobra Viper. This is insane. And this thing is insanely heavy. Luckily they gave a little thing you can pull. Oh, shoot. And then you have people that were instrumental in G.I. Joe. Well, this is another Bob Lavoie is another package illustrator. Bill Merklin is a sculptor. I guess he's helped sculpt the G.I. Joe line. Guy Casade helped design the vehicles. Ed Morrell was branding and packaging. Larry Hama is the author and artist for the G.I. Joe comic line and helped create this book. And there's several interviews, I believe, with him and in the book. He also goes around with these guys to cons and stuff. It's pretty awesome. Ron Rudat. Hey, I know Ron. Well, I know the name. Figure and vehicle designer. Yes, Ron helped with several figures and vehicles. Also know this guy, Mark Pentagon, another figure designer. Kirk Buzigan, the brand manager, VP of Boys Toys. It's kind of crazy who they picked. I don't know who Bob is. I think that's one of the Skyforce characters. Alpine, Cross Country, Recondo, Tunnel Rat, Leatherneck, Hit and Run, Law from Law and Order. So I know a lot of people, if asked who would best resemble them, would probably pick Snake Eyes, Storm Shadow, because these are their favorite characters. Not that they resemble them. And I get it. Snake Eyes, Storm Shadow, probably my number 1 and 2 for favorite characters. I mean, I've talked about my favorite characters. Firefly, Zartan, Scrap Iron. But if I had to pick a character that I guess would be me or best resemble myself, I'd probably have to go with Lowlight. So this cover is insane. Duke, Scarlet, the Crimson Guard, the Cobra Troopers, Cobra Commander. You can see Roadblock, Grunt, Airtight. I think that's Spirit. And I don't know who that is. That kind of looks like Hawk. Side. Storm Shadow, Snake Eyes, and Timber. The back, of course, is again beautiful. Cesspool, Leatherneck, Tunnel Rat, Roadblock, Chuckles, Falcon. There's Crocmaster, Raptor, Big Boa, and I see Jinx and a few other characters down in this corner. The Mad Marauders version of Mutt and Junkyard, Lady J, and Kung Ho. And to give you a size of this book, it is literally insane. Don't think it can fit. Yeah, no, it will not fit on this. It is huge. well worth $150. There's some more artwork on the side covers. However, I think this is pretty awesome. So what they did was ask the backers to give a picture of themselves when they were kids with their G.I. Joe toys or dressed as G.I. Joes, and they put it all on here. First page is a blank slate, the art of G.I. Joe, all the names of everybody that helped produce this book. A very short, I guess, thank you and what this book contains, with a huge picture. I mean, this doesn't even fit in the freaking camera. An introduction, restoring the art of the G.I. Joe Real American Hero. And the first page is the 1982 figures with Snake Eyes on the cover. So this is the original 12. As you can see, it's literally the packaging has the code name Infantry Trooper, what you saw when you picked up the character, and it comes with the bio card on the bottom. So let's see, the original 12 was Breaker, Communications Officer, Flash the Laser Rifle Trooper, Grunt the Infantry, Rock and Roll the Machine Gunner, Counterintelligence was Scarlet, Short Fuse was the Motor Soldier, basically the one that goes pump. Commando Snake Eyes, Stalker was the Ranger, and you have two Zaps, the double-handed bazooka and the single-handed bazooka. So it kind of showed you the variations of both figures, of the Zap figures. I believe I had the single-handed bazooka. Yeah, I think I had this one. Then it comes with the overview of the 1982 card figures, and it kind of shows the front and back of the packagings. There was an offer for a free Cobra Commander. Has his bio card. This is pretty insane. And then of course the Cobra Troopers and the Cobra Officer, and creating Cobra and collecting. Comes with several artworks. This does fold out. So this thing is huge. It has Operation Outer Space, Hasbro 1985. Cobra Hydrofoil. Some of the stickers, design details. Like I said, if you are a fan of G.I. Joe, definitely a fan of the original toys, this is something you definitely need. The joy and pain of the Toy Fair packaging, the Jump mobile propulsion unit has a picture of the original toys, the original concept for the Sky Striker, the mobile headquarters. So it comes with the figures, or the each of the vehicles that came out with the original 12. Overview of the 1982 vehicles and playset. The Ram, the Flak, the Jump, the Vamp, I believe that was called the HAL, and the MMS, and the Mobat. Plus, Cobra had their missile command base. Which was Sears exclusive. Now if you can see, they actually have some blueprints on the side, on the top, so it's not a pure black page. On the side you can see the dates, literally of all the characters. You have even more detailed versions of the vehicles, from the Flak, the Jump, heavy artillery, came with Grand Slam, has his bio, honestly, except for the characters, I wouldn't want to see most of that in classifieds. So the mobile missile system, MMS, came with Hawk, has his bio, missile commander. Honestly, he was the field commander for G.I. Joe at the time. I forget what he was. I think he was a colonel. Then you got the Mobat with Steelers bio card, the Ram, the Vamp with Clutches card, the artwork is insane. There is different variations with the Jump jetpack. Licensing Real American Hero, the actual card game, eventually board game, card game. They came out with the original 12. The Thermos to the rescue? Thermos. Interviews. More interviews. Talking of the past of G.I. Joe. Action Man. So before she became known in Cobra, Baroness actually came from some books, surprisingly. I guess they needed somebody to take on Scarlet. An artist profile. So they talk about the coincidence of who the Baroness was, who Scarlet was, to what the books is. In memory of one of the creators, Hector Garrido, the voices of Real American Hero, the end of an era. Then you got the 1983 figures, when they actually came out with the Cobra Commander. Airborne, Destro, Doc, Gung Ho, Major Blood, Snow Job, Torpedo, Tripwire, the G.I. Joe Manta that you could get, send away for, as well as Duke, the controversial Major Blood offer, this is literally insane. Collecting pre-production art. So they talk about the case of the characters before the official release. The Mass Device, the original cartoon, collecting cartoon art. Another photo page. That's from the cartoon. And it tells you on the bottom of the pages which pages you can peel back. And now we get into the comics. Stars and Stripes Forever, the G.I. Joe lunchbox with thermos, the Battle Gear accessories. Literally everything about the G.I. Joe is in this book. The new toys, They came out with season 2 plus the original toys. Jeez. Bringing in the Cobra Hiss, the Fang, the Snake, the APC, the Carrying Case, G.I. Joe Headquarters. Part of me kind of does want to see a classified version of the Wolverine. And of course we get into the vehicles. Yeah, like I said, this thing is pretty insane. Actually, more than comics, the Mighty Marvel storybooks. Another artist profile. The licensing. Some video arcade. Operation Disappearance. The Spy Eye. There were a lot of things within G.I. Joe. Toys, books, comics. And this covers all of it. Skyhawk, the Slugger, the Rattler, the Water Moccasin. I remember this thing. The Mountain Howitzer by Hector Garrido. The Slugger. The audio books. The records. There. The 1985 characters. Literally what you saw in, I believe, the little booklet that he gave you of what's coming. All the characters, all the vehicles. Commando Attack Game. I remember these cutouts. Never had the game, but I remember seeing a picture of the game talking about these cutouts. There's this 1986 Beachhead, Dial Tone, Dr. Mindbender. G.I. Joe the Movie, world premiere. The vehicles, the Tomahawk, the Conquest. Man. Hasbro Direct Year 2 art. They actually have some of the air raiders in here. Talking about the, yes, the concept. One of the art by Paul Alexander also made the art for the air raiders in 1986 or 87. That's insane. (1987) characters. We're not even halfway through this damn book. The back of the character card with all the characters you could choose from. Some character drawings or renderings of the sculpturings. The weapons renderings. Man, the Steel Brigade. Remember how hard it was to get these characters. And then Battle Force 2000. Avalanche, Blaster, Blocker, Dodger, Knockdown, and Maverick. The Cobra Law team. Sergeant Slaughter's Renegades on the side here. The bio cards for each of the characters. So Ron Rudat's original final female that he created for G.I. Joe. The renderings that he tried to create for Pythona. This one kind of looks like Globulus. Glad they didn't go with that one. These two look like a cross between Aquaman and Copperhead. That one looks like Red Sonja, and that one looks like Teela. It talks about some of the artwork for G.I. Joe, Transformers, everything Hasbro that's not licensed. Some of the vehicles. There's actually a little I remember this. I never had this toy, but it was the remote controlled, radio controlled Doom Buggy for G.I. Joe. I did have the Defiant. That thing was way too big. So I sold it and got this, the Mobile Command Center. Xandar, the Dreadnought Cycle, Battle Force 2000, Eliminator, Dominator, Sky Sweeper, the Marauder. I had the Marauder. I wanted the Vector and the Vindicator. I think I had the Vindicator too. And not sure what these things are. G.I. Joe novels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Never had them. Wonder if anybody has them now. The G.I. Joe magazine. I think I got the original G.I. Joe magazine before. Oh, Milton Bradley 60-piece puzzles. Live Adventure. Operation Space Station. The 1988 figures. Charbroil, Poodle, Blizzard. When they finally got him. Wonder if he's the same as the one from Battle Force. The Astro Viper, Hardball, Hit and Run, Hydro Viper. I definitely want the Hydro Viper for classifieds. The Iron Grenadiers. For some reason it says Battle Force 2000. Lightfoot, the Minesweeper. Muskrat, Repeater, Road Pig. Storm Shadow, Toxo Viper, Spearhead and Max, Shockwave, and the Iron Grenadiers General Voltor. Talks a little bit about these card backs. The Send Away offered says the Super Trooper, which was the original Super Trooper was the Steel Brigades. This one is Starduster. Shows some of the vehicles. The end of marker comps. Steel Brigade, I think Starduster was the... Oh no, this was the Super Trooper. So that can't be the end of the comps, because Starduster was, I believe. So the Steel Brigade was the Super Trooper, but it was supposed to be you as a G.I. Joe character. This was their version of the Super Trooper. Battle Force 2002 packs. That way you didn't have to get all of the vehicles. Night Force. Outback Crazy Legs, Falcon Sneak Peek, Tunnel Rat Psycho. Tiger Force, Bazooka, Duke, Dusty, Flint, Lifeline, Roadblock, and Tripwire. So we know we have Mad Marauders, we have Night Force started, And we have Tiger Force for classifieds. So we do have Night Force Crazy Legs if you ordered the Dragonfly. You also have Night Force Ripcord, Outback. I think we have a Tiger Force Outback for classifieds, if I'm not mistaken. So we need a Night Force Falcon, Sneak Peek, Night Force Tunnel Rat, and Night Force Psych Out. Tiger Force Flint, we got Duke, Bazooka, Dusty, Roadblock, and Tripwire is coming very soon in a 2-pack. We need a regular version of Lifeline, I guess. And the Ultimate Enemies, Muskrat and Voltor. I really don't understand how they are the enemies. Then a quick 8-inch look at a drawing of Sergeant Slaughter as a WWE figure. The vehicles and characters of the 1988, 1989 figures. More Night Force figures. So you could send, in Brazil, I guess you could send away for the Mauler MBT tank driver Rampage. I don't, never heard of him. So Charbroil and Repeater is in Night Force Shockwave. We have him on the Ram, Lightfoot, Muskrat, and Spearhead and Max. And the Night Force vehicles. And Python Patrol, finally. Copperhead, Crimson Guard, Televiper Officer, Viper Trooper, 2 versions of the Troopers. And the Mad Marauders. Footloose, Barbecue, Lowlight, Mutt and Junkyard. So we have Barbecue, both versions of them. Guess we need Footloose. We have Lowlight Normal. We have Mutt and Junkyard Normal, so we do need the Marauders, Spirit, and Sergeant Slaughter. Some great pictures of the characters, the vehicles from 1989, the Night Force vehicles, $19.90. Bringing in the Skyforce. So they actually have the 1990 Sky Patrol, as well as a 1990 Driver's pilots. Cold Front Avalanche driver, General Commander was Major Storm. The Retaliator pilot was Updraft. Hurricane was Vapor. The Dictator driver was Overlord. Hammerhead driver was Decimator. And then there was a exclusive figure with the new G.I. Joe Adventures, which was I guess a VHS tape. Rapid Fire. Walmart file cards. Alligator Dundee. That's pretty awesome. Iceman, Honcho, Mountain Man, Shotgun Bill, Stonewall Sam. (1990s) vehicles. More puzzles. (1991) the new Bat, new Cobra Commander, Crimson Guard Immortal. Jeez. Looking at all of these. Remember these things, the Air Commandos. Has each of their character bios. Cloudburst, Night Vulture, Sky Creeper. Spirit was a Air Commandos leader. Cobra Daredevil, Skymate, Artist Profile, the Air Commandos, Pilots, the Heli Vipers, 1992 Ace Battle Chopper Pilot, Major Altitude, Interrogator, Cobra Battlecopter Pilot. Oh, the Eco Warriors. Cesspool, Clean Sweep, Flint, Ozone, Sludge Viper, and Toxo Viper. Gives you a look at the characters that actually shot weapons. Sonic Fighters, Ninja Force, Eco Warriors, Star Brigade, the Mega Marines, Dino Hunters, the Street Fighter 2, these are the Sonic Fighters. Pretty insane. Going back, seeing all these old toys. Another artist, Doug Hart's bio. Some of the vehicles for 1991. The Paralyzer, I remember that one. I don't remember the Brawler. I remember the Ice Saber. I think that was the greatest thing for the Cobra snowmobiles. I remember the Septic Tank and the Desert Apache. Ooh, G.I. Joe video game. I think that was the Super Nintendo version. The second Super Nintendo, or Nintendo NES. Second NES game for G.I. Joe. (1992), Duke, Destro, Big Bear, Barricade. The G.I. Joe cards. I actually have a few of these cards left. Falcon, Duke, Baroness. I guess send away to get the Cobra Blue Ninja Viper. Oh, the Drug Enforcement. Bulletproof. Cutter. The Headhunters and the Hitmen. Mutt and Junkyard. And Shockwave. I think this was a different Shockwave than the other Shockwave though. Beautiful Toxic Viper zombified. Sonic Fighters Rock and Roll versus Road Pig. Gives you the Sonic Fighters. And the Ninja Force. Slice and Dice. Dojo Nunchuck. With real ninja action. We do need Slice and Dice for the classifieds. Storm Shadow, which looks like the classified version of the Arctic. Overkill. I would love an classified Overkill. Cobra Commander, Hawk, Stalker. The new base. Talks about the final battle. 1993 figures. Does a quick go through of all the figures, since there seems to be a lot of figures, and then they put all the bio cards here. Which kind of makes sense. Talking about the Star Brigade. This is pretty cool. Steel Brigades. And then the Cobra version. I would love to get this as classifieds. talking more of the DEF, Drug Enforcement Force. The new Mega Marines. And the monsters of the Mega Marines. Bio Viper, Monstro Viper. So if they actually could kind of turn them into classifieds, but classified size, so would mimic the size of them, I'd definitely buy these. The new Ninja Force. The new Night Creeper, Zartan, Bushido, Banzai, Scarlet, Slice, Bio cards. Street Fighter 2. Explosive 1993 drivers and pilots. The Red Ninja. Looks like a different version of Storm Shadow, but his name is Tijinzu. Dolite and Ambush. Ryu and Ken. I guess the green and orange version of M. Bison was an exclusive somewhere. Star Brigade. I stopped collecting G.I. Joe before Star Brigade, thank God. All the vehicles, the Dino Hunter playset. I remember some of these vehicles. The Ninja Force vehicles sucked. Star Brigade. Street Fighter. The Dragon Fortress, Sonic Boom Tank. Battle Corps. I remember these. More Ninja, G.I. Joe Manimals, Warwolf, Slithor, and Iguanas. So I believe they came out with these three and had 3 more to come before they just canceled the Manimal series for Star Brigade because it literally sucked. And that was literally the end of G.I. Joe. When they started doing the space. and G.I. Joe's 30th anniversary. So they actually talk about the action marine, the action pilot, the sailor, the soldier. When they re-brought out, I guess, the original G.I. Joes. Now they're redoing it in classified, which is so much better. 1994. And this was when G.I. Joe became, well, the concept was G.I. Joe and Monsters. I don't think those came out though. Talks about the few people that was in the military that helped with G.I. Joe, and literally a few things that, like the Cobra Hiss from Japan, the box. Not sure, I think that might be the French version of the Cobra tank. Puzzles. So G.I. Joe as an international hero. More of the same. Python Patrol became Forca Naja. And it's literally the end where you see a special thank you to all the Kickstarters. So everybody that actually was a part of the Kickstarter group is on, I guess, this page, which is a lot of people. Oh. This thing is insanely heavy. Oh. Well, there you guys have it. Literally over an hour. And we didn't look at everything. We had to skip through. This thing is well worth the money. It's huge, it's heavy, it's limited. I do mean limited. A little over 2,000 left. And you'll never see it again. They do have a lot of the digital copies, which is pretty great. It's a whole lot cheaper, but it's nothing compared to the book. To actually have something in the hand. Thank you guys at 3D Joe's for getting me this thing as fast as possible. Thank you guys for all the hard work you put into this book. Thank you guys for watching this long, if you're still there. We're coming up on an hour and a half. 712 pages. A lot of G.I. Joe history for toys, a lot of G.I. Joe interviews with artists. You look back at everything G.I. Joe had. This is the nostalgia that we all dreamed of. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Take care. Have a great night. Be safe. See you soon. Aloha.